Hello everybody, how are you? How are you doing? It's your math teacher Murad Sultan Zwidi. This week we saw, let's say, probability. Here we have Samahan Bilingual School, Department of Math, Probability, Class 6, Term 2, okay? And here, Term 2, so Sunday, Monday and Thursday. The third week, 21, 22 and 25 March 2021. Teacher Murad Sultan Zwidi. So this lecture is dealing with probability. One student will at least focus on the question number 1. I will give you time to read the instruction. Okay. Here the question is, question number 1. Which phrase from the box best describes the likelihood of each of these events? You may use each phrase more than one. Here we have some keywords, key mathematical, let's say key vocabulary words. This is impossible, unlikely, even chance, or events, sometimes we say events, and likely and certain, okay? When the probability is impossible, or when an event is impossible, it will be it has a probability of 0. When, let's say, it is unlikely, so between 0 and less than 1.5. And if it is evens or even chance, means 1/2. Unlikely is more than 1/2 and less than 1. But the word certain means an event will happen 100%. Okay, so it has a probability of 1, and the probability scale Mallar's is between 0 and 1. So the question number small a, sub question small a, rolling what? A 9 on ordinary 6-sided dice. Okay, for example, here we have a 6-sided dice. It has numbers from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So the number 9 in fact is not existing. So here the probability of rolling or getting or having 9, okay, when you throw a 6-sided dice, so it will be what? It will be a 0, means that this one Mallar's is what is, we say, has a probability of what? Has a probability of 0. Okay, we can say here, we'll see. Okay, so we told that it has a probability of 0, means the word is what? Is the word is impossible. Here the first one is impossible. Then move to the B. Newborn baby being a boy. A newborn means that, let's say, if women gave a birthday for a baby being a boy, so it can't be more than, let's say, 4 years, 5 years and so on. So this one also it will be impossible. A day picked at random ending with the letter Y. Here, let's say, the days that you already know are Sunday, so it's ending with Y. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday and Saturday, all of them are ending with Y. So the best word that describes the likelihood of this event is certain, means it has a probability of 1. Then getting a tail when a coin is flipped. When, let's say, you flip a coin, you will get, let's say, a head or a tail. So it has an even chance, means its probability is 1/2, means even chance, this word. Okay, so then, okay, and then we continue. And then for sub question E, it's snowing in London in May. Perhaps Yes, it's unlikely. Okay, we can say unlikely. And then rolling a number greater than 1 on an ordinary 6-sided dice. Yes, so the number that you can obtain when you throw or you roll a 6-sided dice, it will be 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So it will be likely more than 3 over 4 or 3 over 4. Okay, this is about question number 1. Now question number 2, which word from the box best describes the likelihood or the probability of each of these events? We have also the words impossible, unlikely, even chance means, likely, certain. Impossible, let's say 0%, unlikely 25% or less, even means 50%, likely means 75% and more, certain means 100%. Why? Because the scale of probability lies between 0 and 1. Okay, so okay, what else? We continue here. So you throw a coin and get a head. You throw a coin and get a head. So when you throw a coin, my learners, you can get a head or a tail. So it has probability of 1 over 2, means even chance. Clear? Now a smaller question B. You take a green counter from a bag that only contains black counters. You take a green counter from a bag that only contains black counters. So you have a bag consists of counters, but in fact this bag consists of only black counters. So you don't have a green counter. So the probability of having or getting or taking a green counter from a bag that only contains black counter is 0. So the best, let's say, describes the word that best describes the likelihood here, it will be impossible. So means it has a probability of 0. Clear? Now sub question C. May 18, 2018 is the day after May 17, 2017. I'll repeat again. We see, let's say, the sub question C. May 18th, 2018 is the day after May 17th, 2017. Okay, so now this is false, so it will be impossible and it has a probability of 0. Question number 3. Here, my learners, my best daughters and best boys, we have some cards and you will try to use these words that is written in the box to describe the best likelihood for each of these events. This is we have a heart, a star, a heart, a circle and a heart, but we have 2 pink hearts and a green one, okay, blue star and a red circle. The words you may use here will be impossible, unlikely, even, likely and certain. Clear? So impossible means 0, it has a probability of 0. Unlikely means between 0 and less than half. Even means half. Likely means more than half and less than 1, and certain is 1. So here a card is picked at random. Which word from the box best describes the likelihood of each of these events? So here you see A, B and C are called events, okay? And you will see the first event that says the card has a blue star on it. The card has a blue star on it. So it will be only I have this star. From how many possible outcomes here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 possible outcomes. You can get a heart, you can get a star, you can get, let's say, a green heart or a red circle or a pink heart. So we have 2 pink heart, 1 green and blue star and red circle. Here the card has a blue star on it, means 1/5. So 1/5 here, my learners, can't be impossible because it has a probability of more than 0, so it will be unlikely, simply because the probability of getting a blue star is 1/5. Why 1? Because I have one star from how many? From what? From let's say 5 cards. Okay, the possible outcomes are 5. Then the card has a heart on it. Here it's a card has a heart with different color, vice versa. This one, this is also has a green card, a green heart, and this is a pink heart. So here the question is not dealing with the colors, but only the numbers of hearts. How many hearts do we have? 1, 2, 3. Among how many cards? Among 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3/5 is more than half. So here it will be likely. Okay, the best word, the word that describes the best for this event is likely. Now sub question C, the card has shape on it. That is symmetrical. Look here, that is symmetrical. The card has a shape on it that is symmetrical. For example, the heart, this one is symmetrical, this part to this part, and also here we have symmetrical lines, and this one also, and this one also. So the star also is symmetrical if we divide by some lines like that. So here the card has a shape on it that is symmetrical, so it will be certain it's the number 1. Okay, for the second question, question 4, a fair spinner has 6 equal sides section. So we have, this is a fair spinner, this one. Okay, it consists of numbers 1, 2, 4, 2 and 6. The words that you can use here: impossible, unlikely, even, likely, and certain. Here the question, you can, let's say, focus on this page. Which word from the box you will use these words: impossible, unlikely, even, likely, and certain? Okay, so which word from the box best describes the likelihood of each of these events? Here we have 3 events. Okay, we will use either impossible or unlikely, or even, or likely, or certain. Okay, clear? So sub question A, the arrow landing on an even number. The arrow landing on an even number. How many even numbers here? We have 2 is an even, 4 is an even, 2 is an even, 2 is an even, and 6 is an even, but 1 is odd number. How many? What is the possible outcomes here, my learners? Count the section that consists, that, let's say, that is made by this this spinner. Okay, this is a hexagon, regular hexagon, or okay, it's called a fair spinner. Has 6 sections. Each section consists of a number, and the question is dealing with even numbers. We told that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 divided by what? By the possible outcomes. We have 6 numbers. So 5/6, it will be, let's say, the word likely. Okay, clear? This one, it will be here. Why? Because we have 5 even numbers from 6 numbers. Okay, 1 is odd. The arrow landing on 4. How many 4s here? Only one single 4. So the probability of landing a 4 is 1 divided by the possible outcomes are 6. So 1/6 is effectively is unlikely, is 1/4, 1 over something near to unlikely. Okay, 1/6, it's the word unlikely. The number landing on 2, here you just count how many 2s you have in this fair spinner. We have the first 2, the second, the third. So we have 3 2s among how many? Among 6, because the possible outcomes are 6. So it will be 3/2. It will be 1/2 because 3 divided by 6 gives 1 over 2, and it will be events or even chance. The best word that describes this event, C, is even. Okay, the next one. Francesca rolls an ordinary 6-sided dice. Okay, the question is, mark with a cross the probability that Francesca gets an 8. So we don't have an 8 here in the 6-sided dice. Why? Because the 6-sided dice consists of only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. From 1 to 6, 8 we don't have. Okay, so it will be, you should, let's say, put an arrow here. Okay, and that is the correct answer. The arrow should be pointed on this 0. Small b, mark with the cross the probability that Francesca gets an odd number. Here 6 sides, the numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 3 odd numbers and 3 even numbers. So the probability of getting or an odd number is 3 divided by 6. 3 divided by 6 is 1 over 2. So we will make here a cross. Okay, then we continue. Here, my learners, question number 6. A fair 4-sided spinner is spun once. Okay, you can see the numbers 4, 5, 5, 6. 4 is a single number. 5 is twice, is repeated twice, and 6 also is as like as 4. Sub question A, on the probability scale, this is the probability scale, okay, that lies the probability of any event, in fact, in general, lies between 0 and 1. So on the probability scale, mark with a letter A the probability that the spinner will land on the number 4. So here you can see this from 0 to 1, this 1 unit is divided into 4 equal parts. This is 1 over 4, this is 2 over 4, this is 3 over 4, and this is 4 over 4 is 1. Meaning this is 0, this is 1 over 4, this is 1 over 2 because 2 divided by 4 is 1 over 2, and this is what? 3 over 4. So how many 4s here? 1. And what are the possible outcomes? How many numbers do you have? 4, 6, 5, 5, 4 numbers. So it will be 1 divided by 4, it will be this one. So this is the letter A, my learners, should be written here. Okay, you should make here a letter A. Okay, and you answered the question. Question number small question B, we have also the same here. We have scale probability from 0 and 1. On the probability scale, mark with a letter B the probability that the spinner will land on the number 5. This is the spinner. Okay, we'll see, let's say, the probability that the spinner will land on 5. How many 5s do you have? We have 2 5s. And what are the possible outcomes? 4. Why? Because I have 4, then 6, then 5, then 5. We have 4 numbers. That's why it's called possible outcomes, is the number of section in this spinner. We have 4 sections, section number 1, 2, 3, 4, and each section consists of a number. Okay, so possible outcomes is 4. So the number 5, we have 2 5s. It will be 2 divided by 4 gives 1 over 2. So the letter B, it will be in the middle of this probability scale, means 1 over 2 is this, and it will be even. Okay, thank you for listening, my learners. So I wish that it was clear, the lecture. Okay, thank you, and try to focus on these examples. Thank you.